Today, we're going to focus on agency management, not on Google Ads, but managing Google Ads teams. Doesn't matter if you're an agency owner, a team leader, or a team member. Hope this will give you some insight into what it takes to run a team. The adventures of Click Convert Marketing in June are insightful, if a little painful. I'm John Langley, and I founded Click Convert Marketing with Jameson Hollister, and we're a specialist Google Ads agency with offices in America and the UK. We've got a team of 30, and we're going to explore the lessons that come from running our agency. Let's jump straight in. There's bad news. Some of the team are leaving. I know it's, oh my God. HR issues are always a big diversion. They consume a disproportionate amounts of time, hence why I had no videos in June. I'm going to cover 10 lessons that I've learned that will help you when people decide to leave. So let's jump in with lesson number 1. If everything is going great, you have a problem. Running an agency always comes with issues, some over here, some here. That's normal daily life. So when issues appear to be under control, be very careful. The truth is, you either haven't looked hard enough or your team is hiding issues. You either find them quickly or they will find you when you least expect it. I guarantee it's a money back guarantee, that truth. Okay, lesson number 2. People leave. When staff members leave, do not panic. Yes, you might find yourself taking on more work temporarily, but this phase will pass. You'll find another great team member. Likely, they'll even be one better than the one that's just left. You've got a bit more experience. Your vision is crucial for guiding your agency, but it isn't a magic solution. Understand that you and your staff will always have different goals. It's a bit like how your closest friends have different aspirations to you. Just accept this as a natural part of running an agency. Business is always tough and change is constant, and it will inevitably disrupt your progress. Just accept this reality and avoid getting caught up in claiming to be the fastest or best growing agency. Every agency makes those claims. If people genuinely want to earn more but you can't afford it, advance their careers beyond your level, or work at the forefront of advertising, you cannot stand in their way. Just let them move forward and have a nice departure. Lesson number 3, leadership. If there's one time leadership is vital, it's when people quit. Panic naturally spreads. Your team's first thoughts turn to workload. Is there going to be more put on them? Are others going to leave? Is my job secure? When people leave, often problem after problem will be uncovered. It's why they're leaving. They're running away from their issues. It's only natural. It always happens. Try, and I really mean try, not to voice your newfound view of your leaver and their problems. I know you will be angry. That inner chimp will be raging. You'll feel betrayed, let down, but put a brave face on it and keep it professional. From personal experience, I have failed a few times on this, but I am getting better at it as time goes on. People don't like instability. You must confront this head on and provide the stability for your team and your business. Get quickly to the root causes of your HR issues. Develop a plan. Explain that plan to your team. Answer questions. Yes, we are going to have to cover more work for a short while. There will be extra work. Explain the benefits. There's going to be new opportunities. It's a chance to fix problems and systems. Personally, I would involve your team in finding solutions. Involve them if you're interviewing for new staff. Involve them in that interview process. After all, they will be working alongside the new recruits. Lead from the front. Don't make false promises and take people with you. Okay, lesson number 4. Really good one, this one. Try to retain talent even when they quit. If for no other reason that you've tried all the options and it's going to give you personally peace of mind, it's always worth investigating the reason someone wishes to leave. Often it's not money, it's changing circumstances, family, workload, new opportunities, or it's an ambition of theirs. I've managed to retain some really great people in the past. Ask questions until you get to the root cause. You can then consider what your options are. Perhaps you do need to make a counter offer, or you need to thank your lucky stars that they quit before you've had to move them on. You know, not every quitter is actually a loss to the company. Lesson 5, it's a bit related to the last one. Toxic individuals. Of all the threats my agency has faced over the years, what do you think was the most deadly. Competitors? No. In truth, that all pulled us closer together against a common foe. It made us stronger. I will admit COVID was tough, and I still feel I'm paying for that today. But the biggest threat any agency or business faces is often its own staff. If you follow the path through the jungle, okay, and any psychology book, it will type of tell you around 15 or 1 in 20 people have personality disorders and problems. Some can be very dangerous, a category of person called toxic individuals. They gossip behind your back, they lie, they undermine, and at times pretend to be your ally. These people are the biggest threat to your business and quality of life. And I've encountered some real nasty ones in my time. Watch out for toxic individuals. Find them fast. Often, when they hand in their notice, they become bold as a curtain just falls away. My advice, get them out fast, no matter what the immediate cost. It will be cheaper in the long term. Lesson 6, the customer is king. In the midst of all of these problems, we all want to work in a fun, creative environment, but this is only possible thanks to customers. The customer is king, and this is often forgotten by agencies. Personally, I believe too much emphasis is put on the concepts of teams by agencies. Images of white offices, IKEA desks, MacBooks. It's a sunny outside today, so take the day off. You've got to remember, customers are the most important thing. I've had many customers for longer than I've had staff. Many of my customers have been through generations of my team. I've only got 2 members of staff, absolutely brilliant members of staff, from our first days of our agency's birth in 2010. But we've still got huge numbers of customers from back then. The balance between serving customers and a great team that can deliver the service isn't easy. But don't forget that customers pay staff salaries and they pay yours too. Lesson 7, exit interviews. Perhaps their issues may be real. Staff leaving isn't a good situation. Most panic, but I've been through this a few times in my career, and it's best to take your time and consider your next move. Listen to the opinions or criticisms, consider them, and take action when they are actually valid. In our own case, after listening for the reasons people were leaving, we made several changes. Instead of externally recruiting for a role, we've given a Google Ads manager here the opportunity to move over to social. It was something they really wanted to do, and it's a good fit for us. We're determined to push further into TikTok, as I've got problems with Meta. I think there's increasing conversion costs and the audience is moving to YouTube and TikTok. And this has given me another opportunity. I've been able to recruit an influencer with a huge following to join the team. And I feel actually this is a real positive and it's a direction we want to push more in. So it's not all darkness. Lesson 8, opportunity. When people leave, in truth, it creates opportunities for people to move up and for organizational change to be implemented. Take advantage of these opportunities. The barriers to change often may be the person who's actually leaving the company. They may have been the person who fought against it most. I've personally decided I'm not going to continue with our current structure, but rather break it up into smaller teams. As we've grown, I think our structure became overstretched and more delegation was needed as an improvement. And with this end in mind, we've created several new leadership positions. I feel we'll need these new leaders as we grow, but I'm going to set a limit on the team size because I want to avoid the issues I've had in the past with people becoming stressed running large teams of people. I think this approach has been well received and there's a real positive vibe in the team. Another criticism made was that I'd not driven towards our goal of 50 staff. We've had great months. Last month was a record, but in truth, it's not enough to get us to our next big milestone. In the back of my head, I always have Felix Dennis's words of wisdom: overhead walks on 2 legs. The team always wants to have spare capacity, i.e. another person, but these costs rapidly add up and I've been keeping an eye on this. But we have always got ongoing recruitment going all year round. But I asked James Tuvey at Langley James, he's no relation to me, I promise, to find us a new sales director. I'll put a link in the bottom to Langley James there. Why? In truth, it's a bit of a heartbreaking story. Our sales director was diagnosed with cancer last August, and he's been courageously fighting it ever since. He's genuinely one of the most kind-hearted, honest, talented, and straightforward people you could ever meet. He's been battling away with support from his friends, family, and all of us here at work. But the reality is he's been out for nearly a year and we've drifted along. In truth, I was hoping he would return. And yes, we've been bringing on new customers, but strategically, we need more direction. So I've taken the decision to employ a new sales director. He started with us now. It's going to be great, and it's going to be an even greater adventure as we push our growth forward. Lesson 9, systemize, but watch out for overload. On reflection, we've had a record month for sales. The team departures have pushed us to take some action, and the new team structures are a great positive move forward. I feel agencies consistently evolve, and to fight change is foolish. Just embrace change and see what positives can come from it. We're undertaking a full review of our systems. When team leaders are busy, issues have been managed, sales are good, as a business owner, you step back sometimes too far. I believe fully in systems and processes. It's how we are able to deliver a consistent, repeatable service, even as team members change over time. This can be a double-edged sword. Often, you'll find team leaders encounter a repeating problem or a recurring problem, and they put a system in place to prevent it. It starts out being used and monitored, but the systems just keep coming and coming. Over time, the systems are either not used or they overwhelm the team, taking them away from the client work. I once had a fantastic manager, but they created so many systems, it really started to strangle us as an agency. So I now keep a constant eye out for what I call system bloat. And we conduct regular reviews, culling forms, spreadsheet, and processes that we don't use. So I think it's really important to keep an eye that your systems don't overrun you. Lesson 10, don't panic recruit. This is a bonus lesson and a real big one. Every time I've rushed to recruit, but have encountered a weak pool of candidates and then foolishly recruited one of those weak candidates, it's blown up in my face. Leavers, I admit, can leave your team overloaded, you're back at the coalface working harder than ever, customers are pressuring you. And that's when you're most vulnerable and you think, oh, just get someone in. Never, ever make that mistake. Just hold on in there, keep looking around, and you will find a better candidate, believe me. Okay, I hope these lessons were helpful, and please comment below. Are there any lessons that I should have included? Have I missed any, or do you disagree? Let me know. Anyway, it's back to normal Google Ads videos, but I'm on a driving tour with the Driven Plus channel shortly. I'll put a link below. So there might be a tour video as we meander through France, Switzerland, and Italy, but that should be fun. Anyway, catch you next time, guys.